Self-doubt, fear, and your dream. Do you think your dream is weak? But it's not. Your fear is maybe over dominating on yourself. So, dreams never break. It is the fear, some kind of fear, which breaks your dream. So, build trust on yourself. Whatever you are doing is right. Can you trust that enough? So, trust yourself more than your fear. That's it. What is the hidden truth about confidence? Confidence is not missing. Trust is, which is the trust on yourself. You are skilled. You are experienced. Yet there is so much of hesitation in you. So the shift will be, it's not lack of ability, it's lack of self-trust. So trust creates confidence. So confidence equals uh, repeated self-trust. Your trust actually changes in just 1 second. How I saw people change in 1 second. How did I do that? My supervisor was angry. I thought it was unnecessary, but he has his own reasons. Uh, I kind of sensed a little fear behind his anger, so I chose preparation instead of reaction. That moment built my self trust, and it is like how I respond that matters, and I actually did the job well. Whenever you are feeling like quitting, then before that ask yourself this question, like, do I have ability, lack ability, or do I lack trust in myself? Both the questions are very different, because in one case you don't know and in another case you know. And most people quit because of doubt, lack of self trust, not because of ability. So don't quit your dream, rebuild your trust. Just pause, reflect, and then start. Maybe no one quality thought can shift your dream. Instead of I am not ready, say I will figure it out. That is how self trust grows. None of us have known everything from the beginning. We have learned by doing. So if you make that small shift by doing and then learning, and simultaneously learning maybe, then there will be a big change ultimately.
You know that little voice in your head, the one that always seems to pop up with a tough question right when you're about to do something big. Yeah, that one. It's something pretty much all of us deal with, and today we're going to drag that voice out into the light and really take a good look at it.
You know how it starts. It's quiet, right? Just this little whisper, are you playing smaller than you?
And then, just as you're about to make a real breakthrough, it gets a little louder, it hits you with, why do you stop when you're so close? And then, it throws this total curveball at you, the big one. What if winning feels uncomfortable? You know, that crazy idea that the very thing you're chasing is also the thing you're running from.
Okay, so let's be clear. These questions, they're not random, not at all. It's like a script that's running on a loop in your head, completely on autopilot. And that, my friends, is the voice of your inner critic.
And here's the kicker, right? This internal chat, it isn't harmless background noise. It's actively shaping your reality. It's dictating your decisions, capping your ambitions. Basically, it's building the walls of your comfort zone. And you didn't even realize you were handing it the bricks. But here's the good news. That voice, it's not nearly as creative or unique as it wants you to believe. When you actually listen to it, you start to see that these questions, they fall into these really predictable patterns. And spotting those patterns, well, that's your first step to taking back the driver's seat. All right, first up, let's talk about pattern one, the fear of starting. Oh man, this one is a classic. It's perfectionism in disguise, right? It's that voice that whispers, "What's stopping you from starting now?" It sounds productive, but really, it's just trying to get you to overthink every little step until you're just stuck, paralyzed by planning. It's the voice that tells you to wait until everything's perfect, which, let's be honest, is never.
Okay, next up is a pattern that seems kind of weird, but it's super common. The fear of success. Yeah, you heard that right. This is basically the voice of self-sabotage. You're this close to the finish line, and it hits you with, are you really ready for this? Are you blocking your own success? It makes you second-guess yourself, afraid of being seen, afraid of your own power. So what do? You pump the brakes, right? When you should be hitting the gas. And then, of course, there's the big one. Pattern 3, the fear of failure. We all know this one. This is the voice that begs you to play it safe, to choose comfort over growth, to hide your potential just so you don't risk looking silly. But here's where it gets interesting. What if that fear is just lying to you? What if failure isn't the enemy? What if it's actually gold? You know, the raw material you need for real, meaningful growth. So, okay, we've unmasked the critic, we see its patterns, now what? You can't just tell it to shut up, right? That never works. We need an actual tool, a way to go in and rewrite that inner script. Think of it like the mind's edit button. And that tool has a name, cognitive reframing. Now, I know it sounds kind of technical, but trust me, it's incredibly simple. It is that edit button. It's all about consciously catching those negative, unhelpful thoughts, questioning them, and, this is the most important part, swapping them out for something that actually helps you move forward. We can actually break this down into a super simple 3-step model. It's easy to remember. Step 1, identify. You got to catch that limiting question as it pops up. Step 2, challenge. You dig a little deeper and ask, what's the hidden assumption here? What am I believing that isn't true? And finally, step 3, reframe. You consciously turn it into a new question, one that actually points you toward taking action instead of keeping you stuck. Okay, theory is great and all, but let's make this really concrete. Let's actually walk through an example together. I want to show you how you can take one of those nagging, critical questions and flip it into a powerful call to action. So let's take that question from the fear of failure pattern, are your fears lying to you? Okay, so step 1, we've identified it. Step 2, we challenge it. The hidden assumption is that fear is just this big, bad liar we have to fight. But what if that's not true? So for step 3, we reframe it. Instead of a fight, we turn it into a question of curiosity. My fears are signals, not stop signs. What information are they trying to give me? See that shift? Suddenly, fear isn't a wall anymore. It's a compass. This right here, this question gets to the absolute heart of it. Why doubt when you can act? It just cuts through all the mental clutter, doesn't it? It forces you to see the choice you have in every single moment. Every second you spend spinning in that loop of self-doubt is a second you could be taking one small, real step forward. And that really brings this all back to you. Because the whole point of this entire exercise is to change your starting point. It's about consciously deciding not to start from a place of fear or what you can't do. Instead, you can choose to start with a question that cracks open a door to what you can do. Look, if you take one thing away from all this, let it be this. That chatter in your head is not just background noise. The quality of the questions you ask yourself day in and day out, well, that determines the quality of your life. It's that simple. Better questions lead to better answers, and better answers lead to better actions. And that's how you build a better reality for yourself. So, I want to leave you with this final thought, a new question to try on. What if small steps change everything? See, that's not really a question, is it? It's more like an invitation. It takes this giant, scary idea of success and breaks it down into just one tiny, manageable step you can take right now. All the pressure is gone. All that's left is possibility. So let me ask you, what's that one small step you're going to take today?
So,